Johnny. Did you already leave for work? Have a great day.
Sasha, did you come home in the morning again? It was your class reunion yesterday, right?
Yep, with all my old classmates from middle school. It was super duper fun.
I messaged you countless times. I asked whether you needed a lift home or what time I should expect you back. But you didn't even open them. You just totally ignored me. Where were you?
Oopsie, sorry, sweetie. I was having such a blast talking to everyone after it had been so long. We ended up going to 4 separate bars. After that, those of us who were left behind after surviving the onslaught of beer and cocktails went back to one of the girls' houses who lived close by, where we all slept in a huddle on the floor.
You slept in a huddle on the floor? Jesus, Sasha, you're not in college anymore. I'm not necessarily against you staying over at people's places. But you should at least let me know first. I was worried. I didn't know whether something might have happened to you.
I wanted to tell you, babe, but I thought you might get angry at me.
Get mad with you? About what?
Because some of the people I slept on the floor with were guys. 3 of them.
What? There were guys there? Are you being serious?
Sure there were guys, but there were girls there too. No one was interested in doing anything like that, and nothing like that happened, so chill.
It's not about whether there were girls there or whether anything happened. That's not the point. So, not only did you sleep out without telling me, but you also slept with a bunch of dudes on someone's floor? Of course I'm going to be annoyed when I hear that. Who wouldn't be?
Oopsie, did I make you feel jealous, honey bunny? Sorry. I did feel like I should have let you know first, but I was worried that you'd get mad. And hey, that's exactly what you're doing right now, so I guess I was right not to tell you, huh? But I swear, Johnny, nothing happened. The guys and the girls slept in different rooms, so chill. I promise I won't do it again. Will you forgive me? Pretty please?
God damn it, Sasha. What am I going to do with you? You think you can get away with anything by speaking like a baby and sending me hearts, don't you?
Yep, 'cause you're super duper kind. I'll be more careful from now on, so please will you forgive me? Pretty please with a cherry on top.
God damn it. Fine. But I mean it. You better not do it again. We're married now, so you need to respect the fact that there are lines that don't get crossed. You can't just go drifting around from sofa to sofa like you did back when you were in college. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir.
Alright. Well, I'm going to be arriving at the office soon.
Have a good day. Hey, Sasha. Was everything okay with you today? You didn't end up messaging your husband last night after we went back to Sophie's place with the guys, did you? Didn't he get mad at you? Nope, he was totally fine about it. I said I'd never do it again, and he forgave me just like he always does. My husband's just as much of a pushover as ever. Oh yeah, listen to this. He didn't get mad about me not messaging him, but he flipped out something chronic when I told him I slept on the floor with the guys. Isn't that just the cutest thing ever? Sasha, how many times did I tell you to message your husband last night? In spite of that, you completely ignored all of his messages. Did you do it on purpose? Let me guess, just another example of your obsession with intentionally making him feel jealous? Can you blame me? Johnny is so cute when he's jealous. He makes me feel so loved whenever he thinks he's losing me. It's the best. It kind of makes me want to keep doing it every now and then. You have been doing it for a long time now, huh? You intentionally go out of your way to hang out with other guys even though you have a husband. You go on dates with them, you go on blind dating events. It seems like everything you do is somehow aimed at making your poor husband think you're having an affair. Is it any wonder he ends up getting so mad with you? It's a miracle he doesn't break up with you. I think he's so cool when he seethes and rages at all these guys I hang out with. It's like he perceives them as threats. When he puffs out his chest like some jealous gorilla and tells me to stop doing it, it's the cutest thing ever. Johnny's jealous face is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. You know, ethics aside, what you're doing is actually weirdly impressive, Sasha. I don't know anyone with nearly half as much nerve as you. I had no idea you'd carry on like this after you got married, too. Don't get me wrong, I'm not condoning it. But I know that if I tried any of the stuff you do, I'd be out on the streets with a suitcase full of my stuff. I'd be lucky if he even gave me the money for a taxi. Not that I'd ever do that. Johnny really must be the kindest man on earth not to wash his hands with you after all you've done to him. Right? He really is super duper kind. He's kind, he's a pushover, and he's so incredibly cute. To be honest, he's so kind, it's worrying. But actually, you know what, Tiff? Lately, I can't help but feel like he hasn't been getting jealous enough. When he used to get jealous, he'd puff out his chest, go bright red, and lose his rag with me. But these days, he barely seems to react, like nothing more than a, "Oh, you did it again," kind of look, and then he just carries on with whatever he was doing. When he does get mad, it barely seems to last a minute before he's back to normal. Isn't that because you do it to him so much? It's only normal he's gonna get used to it. Why not just stop? If you're not careful, his feelings for you might disappear. Johnny's feelings? For me? No way. That simply ain't happening. Johnny loves me more than anything. I just wish he'd go bright red like a tomato like he used to. I wonder if he'd react like he used to if I did something a little wilder for a change. Let's give it a try. Don't do anything crazy. You might end up regretting it this time, Sasha. Yeah, whatever. Of course I won't. Oh, a parcel just arrived from my mom. I gotta go deal with this. Let's go for some more drinks sometime, sweetie, okay? See ya! Hey, Johnny, take a look at this! I'm currently at a hotel with some guy who started hitting on me on the street. His game was so smooth. Just kidding! Did you get jealous? Sorry, babe. I really wanted you to get jealous again. I was just playing around. Please don't be mad with me, babe. Johnny? Hello? Are you there? Huh? Sasha? What are you doing? Huh? What was that photo all about? Who was that man? It wasn't Johnny, was it? Huh? What the hell are you doing? Huh? Wait a sec. Is that my mom? Whoa. Why the heck are you here, Mom? Forget that. You're the one who just sent that picture. Oh, what the hell was it? Explain yourself. You were at a hospital with some guy who hit on you in the street? What in the devil's name is that supposed to mean? That is cheating, young lady. No way. It wasn't like that. No, seriously, you've got this all wrong. I made a mistake. Just please forget this ever happened. What kind of mistake could you possibly have made that would lead you to sending that? No way. Oh, did you actually intend to send that to Johnny? Oh, I can't believe you'd send your own husband a picture of you cheating on him with another man. Oh, what the hell is wrong with you, young lady? You are sick in the head if you think this is funny. No. Please, just listen to me. I'm not cheating. I swear. Like I said, I made a mistake is all. A simple, honest mistake. I just asked one of my friends to pose so I could send Johnny something that looked like that for a prank. That's all. I'm not cheating on him. I swear I never have and I never would. What? I don't understand what the hell would possess you to do something like that. What reason could you possibly have to do something so mean-spirited and insensitive? Well, if you're asking me the reason... Okay, this might sound weird, but believe me, to me it makes sense. Okay, are you ready? Here goes. So you see, the thing is, lately, Johnny hasn't been getting as jealous as he used to. Even if I go to drinking parties with guys or sleep over at people's houses on the floor when there are other guys there, he doesn't really get mad anymore. That's why I thought if I made it look like I was cheating on him, maybe he'd actually be genuinely jealous again for a change. I just wanted to make Johnny a teeny weeny bit jealous, that's all. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with it? What's right with it? I can't believe you do this for such a messed up reason. You are 29 years old, for crying out, Sasha. You're an adult, a married adult. You don't pull this kind of insane stunt because you want to make someone jealous. It's unacceptable. Stop acting like such a child. Johnny is so good to you. He treats you like a princess. He's always there when you need him. You know he'd do anything for you, and this is how you repay him? By going to hang out with a different guy whenever the mood takes you? For a married woman to go to a hotel with another man is cheating, plain and simple. How did this happen? I certainly didn't raise you to be such an unfaithful little harlot. Oh my God, Mom, don't call me that. I swear I'm not cheating. How many times do I have to tell you? You have to believe me, Mom. How exactly am I supposed to believe you after seeing a picture like that? No, thank you. I think I'll believe my eyes on this one, you stupid little moron. What on earth possessed you to get involved with another man? When you finally managed to get yourself such a kind, loving husband, you should be ashamed of yourself. Why do I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall here? Like I said, you're wrong. It wasn't an affair, and I wouldn't do that. Even Johnny knows that I'm not cheating on him. He forgives me every time. No way. How could he? You do nothing but take advantage of that boy's kindness. Don't come crying to me if he divorces you. You'll only have yourself to blame. Divorce? Geez, Mom, stop being so overly dramatic. He wouldn't do that. There's just no way. Wait, you're not gonna go telling him anything you shouldn't, are you? Mom? Shut your mouth, young lady. I am sick of you. I feel awful for Johnny, that poor thing. He suffered so awfully at the hands of my vindictive daughter. He must be so hurt. I can only imagine the depths of his pain. As your mother, I can't let this slide. I'm telling your father about this. We will all be discussing this as a family. If it turns out Johnny does decide he wants a divorce, I want you to understand you have absolutely no right to refuse or try to change his mind. If that's what he decides he wants, then you're to accept it. Do as he asks, and say no more on the matter. Do I make myself clear? Huh? What the hell? Nuh-uh, you don't get to make decisions on my future like this. Stop it. Like I said, I am not cheating on Johnny. Stop sticking your nose in where it doesn't belong. This is none of your business. This is between me and Johnny, so go away. Johnny, did my mom say anything to you?
Your mom told me everything. I saw the picture too.
Wait a sec, don't get the wrong idea, okay? Don't divorce me, okay? We're not getting a divorce. You love me, don't you, Johnny? I'm your special little princess and your adorable love muffin. Well, say it. Say you love me.
Sasha.
I just wanted you to get jealous like you used to, that's all. You understand, don't you? It was just a joke that got a little out of hand, that's all. Please explain to my mom this is all one big misunderstanding, please.
So, you wanted to make me jealous, huh?
Yep, exactly, that's right. You'll forgive me like you always do, won't you? You wouldn't divorce me over this. Would you?
Enough is enough, Sasha. I can't take this anymore. Divorce is the only option.
What?
I'm tired of getting angry every time you cheat on me. You say you did it because you wanted to make me feel jealous. But the truth is, you just enjoy hanging out with other guys, don't you? You enjoy the feeling of being wanted that it gives you. Then, as well as that, you enjoy the feeling of being wanted you get when I get mad about it. I'm no psychologist, but my guess is it's like a double whammy of overcompensation for your chronic lack of self-love. I used to find it kinda cute before we got married, because I genuinely believed you weren't doing it on purpose. And I convinced myself you'd change when we got married. But then we did, and if anything, You got worse. I can't take it anymore. I have no interest in being with a girl who lets other guys put their grubby hands all over her.
No, wait, Johnny, please. If this bugs you so much, why didn't you say anything about it until now? Why am I only hearing all this now, when you're divorcing me? I swear I'll never do it again. Please, just don't divorce me. Anything but divorce.
How many times have I heard that by now? I swear I'll stop. I swear I'll never do it again. But it was a lie literally every single time. Your word is totally meaningless to me now. How can I stay committed to spending the rest of my life with someone like that? I'll never believe another word that comes out of your mouth. Sure, I won't deny it. I do share some responsibility for enabling you by putting up with it, or looking the other way. Time and time again, but no more. I've reached my wit's end with you. I'm out.
Johnny, wait, please don't do this. You're making the biggest mistake of your life. I swear I'll never do anything like this ever again. I mean it this time.
Nope. No more chances. I mean it this time. My mind is made up and my will is firm. I'm moving out of the house. You can invite as many guys over as you like now.
But why? No, don't do this, Johnny. I'm begging you, please. I'm sorry. Will you give me the chance to apologize? I need to see you. Just wait there, okay? I'm so sorry. I swear I'll never do anything like this again. If I do, you can divorce me next time, okay? I won't try and stop you. Please, just give me one more chance. Please, forgive me.
Sasha spammed me with countless hysterical messages after that, eventually leaving me no choice but to block her once and for all. I took the bare minimum of belongings I needed to get by, and booked myself into the first business hotel I could find. A few days later, I got a message from the in-laws asking if we could meet up to discuss a few things. I agreed to meet them in a small family diner by the highway. To my surprise, Sasha was there when I arrived. And before I even had time to make sense of my surroundings, the three of them were on their knees at my feet apologizing profusely. I explained my reasons for the divorce, with an emphasis on their daughter's compulsive cheating habit, in explicit detail before handing Sasha a set of signed divorce papers. She burst into tears while shrieking, "I don't want a divorce! I don't wanna!" Like a child who didn't get their way. But to be totally honest, my romantic interest in Sasha was so totally non-existent by this point that the only thing on my mind was getting her to sign the papers as quickly as possible, so I could get back to my hotel room in time for the football game. Eventually, Sasha's parents, realizing I was serious about the divorce, and absolutely not willing to forgive her under any circumstances, scolded their daughter before calming her down and making her sign the papers. Then, me and her dad decided how our assets would be split and how much compensation she was gonna owe me. All things considered, the whole thing went a lot smoother than I expected. Sasha's dad, who used to be a military commander, told me he and his wife had decided to take their wayward daughter in at their house for the time being. Apparently, he already devised a strict surveillance and housework regime to, in his words, teach her some discipline, and ensure she never escapes, which means the days of Sasha causing me trouble are now officially in the past. Yeehaw!
Kylie, I need to know when you intend on standing on your own 2 feet for once. It's time you learn to be independent, young lady.
Huh? Stand on my own 2 feet? Be independent? But I haven't lived with you for years now, Mom. Besides, I've been sending you a monthly allowance for God knows how long. I don't want to be rude, but surely if either of us are independent, it's me.
Don't get clever with me, girl. It's funny you should mention the allowance, actually. Because it's actually that I'm upset with you about. You've been lying to me this whole time, haven't you? You've got some nerve to do this to your own mother.
Lying to you? Me? What the hell? About what?
I know it was really your little brother Oliver sending me my monthly allowance all along. He finally confessed to me in floods of tears that it was him sending me $1,000 a month for these last 12 years. It might look like he's not working at a glance, but he actually works from home, and it turns out he makes quite a lot of money. Did you know that? What a little star my boy is.
That's the first I've heard of it.
But because he's so kind, generous, and big-hearted, and because he thinks so much of you as his big sister, he went out of his way to send you the money, so you could send it to me from your account and take the credit at a sympathetic consideration for your unfortunate position. In doing so, he made it look like the money was coming from you all along. I can't believe he went so far out of his way to protect your dignity. Oh, that's my Oliver. He's really the kindest boy there ever was.
My unfortunate position? I don't even... Hang on, Mom. Wait a sec. Do you actually believe him? I can't believe anyone would fall for a lie this obvious.
Don't be silly. There's no way my darling Oliver would ever lie to his mother. The boy's an angel, and I won't have anyone tell me otherwise.
That boy? Mom, please. He's a 26-year-old man who lives alone in his perpetually dark bedroom, surrounded by empty potato chip packets and questionable amounts of used tissue paper. Will you just stop and think about this? Oliver was a kid in middle school 12 years ago when the monthly allowance payments started. He didn't get his first part-time job until high school. Even if this working from home stuff is true, exactly how do you suppose he came up with $1,000 a month for those first few years when he was a child?
Good grief, Kylie. When will you ever realize that it's exactly this kind of obsessing over minor, trivial details that causes people to find you insufferably boring?
All I'm doing is pointing out the inconsistencies in what you're saying. But I see. So this is how you speak to me after I send you $1,000 a month for 12 years, is it? All right, I understood. You believe Oliver unconditionally, no matter what he says, never questioning a thing. But with me, your default response is to treat me like a liar. I mean, it's not like I was doing it because I wanted you to be grateful. I did it because you're family, and I figured I didn't really mind having to tighten my belt and be careful with my spending if it meant helping you out.
Oh, please. Stop pretending like you're some saint, dear. You're making me feel physically sick. Drop the act and admit it. I know it was your little brother sending me $1,000 a month all along. I have nothing to be grateful to you for.
I see how it is. Well, in that case, I'll let Oliver carry on with the payments directly, since you obviously don't need me to be involved with them at all. Just to be clear, you don't need me to have any further involvement in the payments, is that right?
Yes, that's right. Fine, I'll leave everything up to your brother from now on. Actually, it's probably for the best. I think this is probably the best way to stop that ego of yours getting overinflated. You're so useless, so why don't you do me a favor and disappear?
Sure thing. You know what? That actually works great for me. I feel like a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders. Goodbye.
Hey, is that my scumbag big sister? This is your big brother, and the supreme master of your life, and I have a direct order for you. Starting from next month, you're gonna start adding an extra $500 onto the monthly $1,000 you've been sending to Mom's bank account. And also, and this part's important, you're gonna start sending it directly to my bank account instead. I told Mom it was me sending her $1,000 a month indirectly through you this whole time. Let's face it, Mom's gonna be way happier living with me. I was always her favorite. You can think of the extra $500 as a thank you for my troubles. Oh, and by the way, if you're feeling extra generous and want to help out your awesome little bro even more, you're more than welcome to bump that extra $500 up to $1,000 or $2,000. Alright, I'm counting on you, sis. The payments start next month. Do I make myself clear? Sweet. Alright, peace. Hey, is that my rotten, filthy, stinking sister? You were supposed to start sending me that money today. I just checked my banking app, but nothing went in. Is it bugging out, or are you just being a lazy dumb slacker who can't even remember what day of the month it is? If it's the second one, stop lazing around and see to it that $1,500 goes into my account as soon as goddamn hacking possible. Get a move on, bitch. Hey! Mom won't stop nagging me about her monthly allowance money. Where is it? Hurry the hell up before I get seriously mad. You're the biggest blockhead dumb bitch loser I've ever met in my life. This is why you never trust a woman with anything involving money. Is it any wonder Mom hates you when you act like this? Get that 1.5k paid directly into my bank account by first thing tomorrow morning.
Kylie, hurry up and send me this month's $1,000.
Excuse me? I thought we agreed Oliver was going to send you it himself directly from now on. Why are you asking me for money all of a sudden? I thought you didn't need anything from me.
It's not that I don't need it. Actually, I'm doing you a favor by allowing you the privilege of sending me the money again. You know, it's not good to rely on your brother to do everything for you, right?
You're doing me a favor.
Yes, that's right. Me and Oliver have decided that that's what's best for your personal development. I hope you're grateful to your amazing little brother. He's been very kind to you, you know. There aren't many people who'd let you take the credit for sending their mother $1,000 a month. Now he says he decided to actually let you take over with the payments for real. Instead of tossing you in the garbage where you belong, he's very kindly giving you the opportunity to prove yourself as a decent, respectable human being and finally serve a purpose to this family.
You'll have to forgive me, but I'm a little confused. I don't have a clue what you're talking about.
That's fine, dear. You might be too dense to understand what I'm talking about, but all that matters is that you take over from Oliver with my $1,000 monthly payments. I'm sure you'll figure out what's going on before long. Listen, forget all that. Don't overexert yourself with too much thinking. Just send me my $1,000 now. Oh, that reminds me. You'll also be sending Oliver $500 a month, won't you?
Why would I do that?
It seems like your darling brother's been coming up with all sorts of ways for you to prove yourself as a respectable human being. Think of sending him $500 a month as your way of saying thanks.
Oh, it's fine. He doesn't have to help me prove anything.
What?
I already decided to leave everything involving the money to Oliver. Even if neither of you see me as a respectable human being, I seriously couldn't care less.
Kylie!
I guess you could say my feelings regarding anything involving the two of you have become numb. Dad died 3 months after I moved out after getting my first job. And with that, you had to buy groceries and pay the rent with no breadwinner. I couldn't just leave you to fend for yourselves. So out of a sense of duty to you as my family, I scrimped and saved. And I did everything I could to get you that $1,000 for 12 years straight. And to think this is how you repay me? By treating me with contempt and disdain? Like I'm a piece of dirt on the bottom of your shoe? I guess you could say my eyes were open. And now I can see you for what you really are.
What are you talking about? All we're talking about here is you taking over the payments for my monthly allowance that Oliver has been taking care of until now. You've been free to do what you want all this time while your brother bore the burden. All I'm saying is that the gravy train is coming to its final stop, and it's finally your turn to pull your socks up and pay your dues to this family. You only have yourself to blame for this, my dear. Do I make myself clear? This is your fault and nobody else's. If you understand, I suggest you send me my $1,000 as soon as possible. Oh, and send Oliver his $500 while you're at it. If I don't see that money by tomorrow, I'll have no choice but to call your company and demand that they start paying your salary directly into my account. Kylie, what's going on here? Is it true that you quit your job?
Huh?
Remember how I told you I'd have your boss send your salary to my bank account instead of yours if you failed to pay up the $1,500 you owe us? Since I didn't get my money before the allotted deadline of yesterday, I had no choice but to give your boss a call. And when I did, he told me you quit your job ages ago. I can't believe you quit your job just to get out of paying me my monthly allowance. You're rotten to the core. You disgust me. Oh my God, this means you're unemployed, doesn't it? You better not think you're allowed to come back to this house to leech off me just because you can't afford to feed or clothe yourself anymore. You better not go begging to your brother Oliver for any money either. You're on your own now.
Was the company you phoned called Dunkin' Food Products by any chance?
Yes, they're the company you got a job with after graduating high school, if I remember correctly.
Yep, you remember correctly, but I quit that place half a year ago.
Huh? Half a year ago?
I read about crypto trading online a few years ago and thought it looked like fun. So I figured it wouldn't hurt to put aside a tiny chunk of my salary every month to play around with the markets. Things went way better than I expected, and I eventually got so good that other people online were asking me for advice. I decided to set up my own crypto trading advice forum. Before long, I was making more money than my old job and no longer had the time to balance them both. So I quit Dunkin' Food Products.
Wait, you did? Hang on, dear, what's a crypto?
I won't bore you by going into detail, but let me give you a simple explanation. It's the future of global finance. I won't pretend to be a millionaire yet, but things are going very well, and I'm making way more money than I ever was at the food company, so I saw no reason to stay.
Ah, that's fantastic, dear. So the $1,500 you owe me and your brother shouldn't be a problem then.
I have one more announcement to make. I'm getting married.
Married?
That's the other reason I quit my job. My fiance's a guy I met at the company. He's Japanese, and he was only ever at our branch as part of a temporary work placement. He's heading back to Japan soon, and I decided I'm gonna go with him and start my new life in Osaka.
You're marrying a foreign person?
Yep, that's right. All of my work is online, so I can do it from anywhere. But sadly for you guys, me and Takeshi are going to have to be careful with our finances, what with moving countries, running a household, and managing my company. So I'm afraid I don't have a single cent to spare. Please, get the money from Oliver like we agreed last month.
Fine, whatever. It's not like it's the end of the world. I guess Oliver does earn enough that he's been paying me $1,000 a month for the last 12 years. I suppose if that means a tragic failure of a human being that is my good-for-nothing daughter disappearing from both our lives for good, then I should be thankful.
Alright, great. So we agreed that Oliver will be taking over your allowance payments, and I'll never be speaking to either of you again.
Fine by me.
One more thing. The contract on this phone is set to end the day I leave America, so you won't be able to contact me after I leave for Japan.
Yep, whatever. I have zero intention of messaging you anyway, so who cares? All I need is my dear beloved son Oliver. The two of us will be fine without you.
Right. Bye.
Hey, is that my bitch sister? What the hell is this crap I'm hearing from Mom? You're not gonna pay her allowance? What are you doing? Not only that, but you're moving to Japan? What the heckin' heck are you playing at? I knew you liked anime, but I didn't know you were this much of a weeb freak. You're free to go wherever you like, but let me make one thing clear. You will be paying me and Mom our allowances. $1,500 a month. No, $2,000. Actually, $2,500. Yep, that's right. I'll very kindly let you off the hook for your abominable behavior for the low price of $2,500 a month for the rest of your life.
Why does the amount keep going up?
Haha! There you are. You finally replied. Where's my money, bitch?
Oh, that's strange.
What is?
According to what Mom told me, far from being the unemployed neat loser I thought you were, you're actually a high-rolling homeworker earning a fat paycheck with nothing but your laptop. The $1,000 I foolishly thought I'd been sending to Mom every month for the last 12 years was actually coming from you all along, right?
Huh? No. Wait a sec. That's just the story I told her.
But me and Mom just agreed that she didn't need me to send her money ever again. And she said she's totally fine with you paying her that $1,000 a month from now on. She disowned me and agreed to never speak to me again.
She did what?
You've always been on her side, right? So naturally, this automatically means me and you'll be cutting ties too.
What? No, no. If you do that, oh my god, the monthly allowance.
You make big bucks working from home, right? You've been paying Mom $1,000 a month for the last 12 years, right?
No, that was...
Anyway, I'm a little busy right now. See ya.
Kylie, I need some money, please. Oliver's been lying to me. He lied to me about everything. He said he lied about working from home to put my mind at ease. In light of the little white lie he told me in good faith out of consideration for my feelings, I hereby nominate you once more to pay me my $1,000 a month allowance. Now hurry up and get that money into my bank account. Please. I had less than $100 when I last checked my balance. Things really aren't looking great for your mother here, dear.
Ah, Mom. Good morning.
Kylie!
The contract on my phone's about to end.
What? Now?
Me and Takeshi are leaving for Japan tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Alright, I'm gonna turn it off now.
No, Kylie, please, wait!
Goodbye forever. I heard everything I'm about to tell you from my Aunt Sylvie, who received a desperate SOS message from my panicking mother at 2 a.m. in the morning. Apparently, my mom and Oliver drove out to Denver Airport in a crazed rush to try and track me down, and were picked up by security after running around the terminals, accosting strangers to ask whether they'd seen a woman with red hair and an Asian man. Aunt Sylvie said the plan was to stop me from leaving for Japan, but in the usual fashion, they hadn't stopped to think about the consequences of their action. They realized the gravity of their situation when it dawned on them that they'd spent my mom's last $100 filling up the car with gas to get to the airport, and were now stuck hundreds of miles away from home, having no choice but to call Aunt Sylvie begging for help. The funniest thing is, we left from Phoenix Airport. Unbelievably, my mom even asked Aunt Sylvie to take over the monthly allowance payments, which Aunt Sylvie naturally declined. She called them lazy bums, told them to go to the job center, and totally abandoned them for their sheer brazen arrogance. By some miracle, both my mom and brother managed to find low-paying factory work, and now their status as poverty-stricken debt grovelers is all but confirmed. To make matters even more hilarious, the fact that neither of them have ever had a job before means they spend every day stressed out and angry at their boss, their coworkers, and each other, and most appropriately, themselves. Last I heard, they spent every day spewing profanities and making empty threats at each other in a beat-up house with a severe cockroach infestation.